Welcome back to the Run Dusty Run podcast, where runners from all over the world share their stories and running journeys. Along the way, we hope you'll be inspired, encouraged, and that community will be built. Today, we have a very special guest with us all the way from Washington State, someone I've had a chance to follow on Instagram for a while now, and she has accomplished some pretty incredible goals, as well as just being a great encourager as well. Welcome to the podcast. If you would, our guest today, Sarai Garfias. Sarah, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Sarah, as always, we like to begin with the icebreaker round. And so these are rapid fire questions that I purposely have not given you ahead of time so that it is truly an icebreaker. So are you ready?
Okay.
All right, let's do this. Ready? Sarah, if you had to give a 30-minute presentation on something random that has nothing to do with work, family, or running, what presentation are you giving us?
Shoot. Work or running family. That is hard. Dang.
Let's hit
Well,
pass and we'll... go ahead. Yep, perfect. Go ahead.
No, I own a restaurant, so I can't say food. And my life is all around food, so I can't do that. Can't do running. I gotta go back to that one.
Okay, yeah, we can hit pass and we'll come back. Okay. So we're going to get into this a little bit later, Sarah. You just finished a 200-mile race, which is incredible. If they were playing your anthem at the finish line, what song are they playing?
Can't Hold Us.
All right.
Yeah. Or
You also-
Unstoppable. Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
I had to.
All right. If you are running the Vancouver Marathon all over again and you had your AirPods and you were forced to listen to one song, you had to listen to one song, but one song only the entire race, what song are you listening to?
I think it's Can't Hold Us. It has a really good beat.
Okay.
And definitely I would not get annoyed playing it for, 4 hours? Yeah, definitely that one.
All right. If there were an animal in the wild that most resembled your running style, what animal would that be?
I would say a mountain lion, just because I live in Washington State and we have them, and
Okay.
they run by themselves, and I'm usually running by myself.
All right. Biggest waste of money in the running world today, what is it?
Gosh, I don't think anything is a waste of money. I think we all need it. Let's see. Probably looking for the right set of headphones.
Okay. Back to question number one. We're not going to let you off the hook on this. You have to give a 30-minute presentation on something that is not related to running, your family, or work. What are you presenting to us, Sarah?
I am presenting, let's see. Let's just say music.
Music. All right. Sounds great.
Yes.
All right. Last one, and then we're going to let you off the hook here.
Okay.
Tell us about your funniest running memory ever.
Funniest memory. Gosh, I've been running forever. I have funny. I don't know about funny, but everything is just incredible.
Awesome. Hey, we'll take that too.
All my falls that I've had during races have been good.
Okay. All right. We'll go with that. So, Sarah, tell us, thank you for being a good sport about all that. I know those questions can be difficult and catch you a little bit off guard, and that's kind of the point. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you do, and how did you get into running?
I am from Washington State. I live in a small town. I am literally 5 miles from the Canadian border. So I go to Canada a lot. They have really nice trails. I own a restaurant. It's a pizzeria/bakery.
Okay.
So I'm always eating pizza, loading up on carbs.
There you go.
I am a single mother. Her name is Sophie. She's 11. I got into running, I think 2018, just to kind of put off some weight that I was kind of gaining. But it was started with just 3 miles, 5 miles, very low. And then I separated from my husband. So that really took a turn. And so to battle with depression, life changes, I started to increase my mileage by a lot. And I went on trails to kind of get away from life a little bit, I guess. And so I fell in love with longer races, like the 50 miles, the 100 Ks. and recently the 200-mile. And running has helped me find peace and happiness again.
Okay, so all the way
Yeah.
back from 2018 is when your journey started. How
Yes.
long before you started running until that time you participated in your first race? What was the distance of the first race? And tell us a little bit about what went on leading up to that experience, the experience of the race, and then as you finished that first race.
I started in 2018, very low, like no races. And then 2022 is when my life kind of changed. I separated and, everything changed. That's when I started to increase my miles. And that year I did my first marathon. And so what pushed me to do my first marathon was just life. And it was exciting because it was my first race. I was nervous. When you wake up, you get like that stomach sickness. And I did it. I finished, and I finished in a great time. And then after that, I just kept doing races. And then a friend, which helped me coach, he was my coach for the 200-mile race. He told me, hey, if you can do 26, you can do 50. So I went and I did 50. So that's how it started.
That's how it started, and that's how you ended up at 200 not that long
That's
ago.
exactly.
All right. We'll get to that here in a little bit. So, Sarah, tell us a little bit about, you shared with us, being a single mom. And obviously, for the distance of miles that you run, there's a lot of training miles and training time required. So, how on earth do you balance that all? My goodness, owning your own restaurant, being a mom, and balancing that training schedule. How on earth do you do all that?
I honestly don't even know. I really, really don't don't know. I either have to wake up super early, like crack it on and get it all in and still be available for work, crunch everything for work, whatever it requires, like emails, payroll, ordering, whatever, and then going into the restaurant and like working at the restaurant and then going home and still be a mom and take care of everything what moms do. So I really
Uh,
don't know how I do it, just with God's help and a lot of caffeine.
yeah, for sure. Well, it's absolutely incredible. And I know we have a lot of people in our listening audience who are single parents as well and are parents and just really struggling to try to balance it all. And I've heard a couple people lately just share like they're just kind of burnt out, they're worn out.
Hmm.
How have you overcome sort of the grind of those training miles and running? How have you overcome the grind of it and then how on earth do you manage to still keep it fun and enjoyable?
How do I manage to? I mean, I feel burned out. There's days that I literally don't want to put on my shoes. I procrastinate. Like I should have been out the door like at 6 a.m., but I don't leave till 9 just because I keep pushing it off.
Yeah.
But I remind myself that I'm happier at the end of the run. I connect with myself. I talk to God. I just feel lighter at the end of
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I make myself go.
For sure. So tell us a little bit. You've kind of referenced this a couple times now. So tell us about because as a person of faith myself, I'm curious about the role that faith plays or has played in your running journey along the way.
My parents are Christian, so I grew up in a Christian family. Over the years, as I became an adult, I kind of stopped going to church, but my faith was always there. I mean, I just didn't go to church. And then, I mean, it doesn't sound super good, but when my life was kind of falling apart, that's when I seeked more to God to help me overcome what life was happening in my life. So, and running. I'm running when I'm out there for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever it is.
Hmm.
I just kind of just talk and it helped me connect with
Yeah,
my faith again. I mean,
awesome.
there's so much work to do, but I think
There is for all of
baby,
us.
baby steps.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Sarah, you obviously your story is super inspiring, and just from a distance on social media, it doesn't take a lot to see that. It's very noticeable just how inspirational you are in your story and the inspiration that you are for so many. but share with us who have been some of your biggest influences and inspirations along the way.
We have a really small community here in a small town, but there's just one person that has run so many miles. Like, it's crazy how many miles this person does. He does like 20 miles every day. He's on social media, but he doesn't really post on social media. He coached me through the 200-mile race. He believed in me that I can finish any distance I set my mind. And I think we all need someone to have a little faith in us besides ourselves to accomplish everything you set your mind to. And his name is Guadalupe Gonzalez. He's pushed me to do it all.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's pretty
yeah.
wild to see that, you complete a marathon, and then the next thing you know is a 50K, and then I looked the other day and it was a 200
I know.
miler, so that is crazy.
It was crazy because last year I tried to crack 100 miles and I failed at 50 miles. I just couldn't do it. I was really upset. But then I went from 50 or 62 miles. It was 100K. I went from 100K to 200 miles out of the blue. So it's all about the
Alright.
mind.
Well, I don't feel like 200 miles is out of the blue. You've gotta be hardwired a little different for that, and I mean that in a complimentary way. Tell us, walk us through, if you would, at what point were you convinced that, "You know what? I think this is a good idea. I'm gonna do this." And then what on earth did the training look like, along the way for a 200-mile race? And I'm guessing it probably wasn't on, perfectly flat land the entire time.
What made me fall in love with this distance or I don't know, the event, last year in August, my friend, also my coach, he did Bigfoot 200, which is a 200-mile race here in Washington State. He asked me to be his pacer, and I agreed to it. I paced him for 52 miles, I think. And that's when
Okay.
I got the glimpse of ultra runners, how they're hurting, but how happy they are, how the community, like the volunteers, everyone was just so, so, so helpful, and how you're not sleeping. You're literally just, I mean, I guess it depends what you want to do, right? But you're just taking dirt naps. It was the most incredible hard thing I've done, and that was only for 50 miles. So I wanted to sign up and do 200 miles. So then I signed up for Lake Tahoe shortly after. I was on the waiting list. I didn't think I was gonna get in just because I was on the waiting list. And then, I don't know, a month or so later, I got the invitations, like decline or accept. And I thought about it for a couple of days. I'm like, am I capable of doing 200 miles? Because your gain, I think elevation gain was like 34 feet and it's 200 miles, right? So I'm like, can I do it? And so then my friend, which is my coach, said, yeah, you're more than capable of doing it. So then I just went and accepted it. And that's when my training started.
Awesome. Okay, so the training begins. How long is that? What did that training cycle look like in terms of duration of weeks? What did a normal week look like? What did that peak week of most mileage look like?
My normal weekly before signing up for the 200 was probably averaging 50 miles a week. 2 long runs on the weekend and 5 miles during the weekdays, something
Mhm.
light in my agenda. Working out, strength training. But I wasn't super locked in because I already can do a marathon, so I didn't need to increase it by a lot.
Right.
And so I started to increase my miles by doing 10 miles every day. Every day. I wasn't skipping 10 miles. I was strength training because it's super important. I hear about it all the time, especially since you have to carry a vest with a bunch of mandatory equipment or clothes, stuff like that. So I had to strength. And so I was running 10 miles every day. And towards the last 2 months, I think I increased it to 15 miles every day with a long run of 20, 22 miles on trail. I needed the terrain, I needed the elevation. And eating, I had to make sure I ate. And then I would sign up for a 50 mile. There was a 50 mile here in the Washington State. It was a 50 miles Saturday, and then the next day there was a 26 miles. So I ended up doing 50 miles one day and 26 the next day. So in total
76
was
miles, just to warm up,
just
80 miles.
just to warm up. Yes. Just to warm up. And the people, the volunteers, they were so shocked. You're like, weren't you here yesterday? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing the marathon today. So just to have an idea what I would feel, how tired I was, because I was exhausted. And
That's
the
fair.
next day on the 26, the 26 miles, I was so tired. I couldn't pick up my feet anymore, and I ended up falling. But it was fine. It was on trail, so it's a little cushioned.
It was fine. It was fine.
It was fine. I mean, they're battle scars. I have scars all over, but it was fun. It was fun. I know it was hard. It was hard, but I think about it and I'm like, I chose to do this. Like, it's my decision to be uncomfortable in the
Yeah.
heat. So that's what makes it really, really beautiful, that it's our choice to be out there.
And that's right. If it were easy, everyone would do it. So,
Exactly.
Sarah, now it's race day, and where was the 200 miler at again?
Lake Tahoe,
Lake Tahoe. That's right.
California.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's race day, Lake Tahoe. You've put in hundreds, probably at that point, maybe thousands, I don't know, of training miles. What's going through your mind at the start line? Take us through the race. What went well? What didn't? How are you feeling? Just everything. How did it go?
Oh my gosh, so much good, so much bad. So I got there a few days before. I had to, pick up your bib, medical check, GPS check, make sure your drop bags are ready, whatever you think you need, and then make sure you have everything in your hydration vest, whatever you're required to carry, or else you can't start. Race day approaches. It's Friday, 9 a.m. or a little before 9. It's 8 a.m. We got there an hour before. I'm just nervous. I feel sick.
For sure.
I did not sleep well the night before because it's just like the thought of running in the mountains of Lake Tahoe. Like, it's just so nervous. I'm feeling sick, but I see all these amazing ultra runners. Some I met along the way, some that you kind of have an idea because they're kind of famous in the running world.
Sure.
So you feel amazing. You're there with all these amazing people doing the same distance, chasing the same goals for different reasons, same dreams, different dreams at the same time. We start. I had knee problems before. So I had to kind of take it slow, and I knew it was gonna get worse. But I guess didn't care. I still wanted to do 200. So I just wore a knee brace. Anyways, we started, and because Lake Tahoe already sits kind of high and we're already climbing more, I couldn't breathe for the first 10 miles. Like, the altitude really got to me, and I thought I was done. I'm like, how am I gonna continue? Like, I'm not even 10 miles in and I can't breathe. So I had to take it down slower. I had to make sure my body adjusted even more. And for whatever reason, it did. It adjusted and I could breathe a little. I mean, you can still feel like it's not the same from coming from
Yeah.
Washington, going over there. But then I got a bloody nose because of the altitude. But
Goodness.
it's okay because it's just part of the run. It was so hot. It was so hot. But you meet people, you talk to people. It's incredible. There was this section that you had to go like 2 miles steep downhill. It was just dusty. It was rocky. You see all these ultra runners going down it so easy, and since I'm a beginner, it took me a long time to come down. And by the end of it, I was done. I was mentally drained. I was physically drained. I just wanted to get to the aid station, and I got to the aid station. I cooled down. I ate. The medic there, her name was Thor, which she's super amazing. She really is an incredible human being. She looked at my feet, she cleaned them, she taped them again because I felt blisters coming in. Thankfully, I didn't have any, but she taped them, she cleaned them. At that point, I was cutting it short already because you get 105 hours to finish. and I was cutting it really short. So I was really, really upset. I was like crying because I didn't think I was gonna finish all my hard work,
And what
for
mile are
not
we at? I'm sorry, Sarah. What mile are we at this point, ballpark?
when I realized that I was cutting it short, I was 130 miles. When I got to the aid station with Thor, or when she talked to me, I think I was at mile probably close to 150.
Okay.
So that's when I got upset because I'm like, I still have 50 more miles to go. I'm cutting it short. And with the terrain, you just don't know what's gonna happen, right? Like, things can turn so quick. And so, anyway, she talked to me. She called me. She said, like, don't think about all the miles. Just take it step by step. Like I said, she's amazing and incredible to have met her. So after that, I kind of got it together, and I decided either I let time go, I let the clock run out, or
Mhm.
I get it together and do my best. So there was only two choices at that point, and I was not gonna quit.
Yeah.
So I made a plan in my head, by not spend so much time on aid stations because that's what kills you. So then I finished, and after that, I felt great. She helped me with my feet. She helped me mentally. After that, I moved so much better. I had a plan, and I crossed the finish line right before 11 a.m. I think it was 7 hours before cutoff time. So
Wow.
yeah.
That is absolutely incredible. So in that moment, you're at the aid station, and this before you get the help, you're
hmm
thinking, "There's no way I can do this." What
Yeah, there's just
what
no
was
way.
the driving force that kept you going?
I just wanted to get to the aid station to sit down because my feet were just hurting so bad, and it was so hot. That was it. After that, I was crying because I didn't
Yeah.
think I was gonna finish.
Yeah.
And the motivation was, or the what kept me going was, I can do it. I can do hard things.
Yeah.
And I didn't need to finish. If I didn't finish, it was gonna be okay.
Mhm.
But I'd give it my all. It's
Yeah.
okay to fail, but I think it's not okay to kind of linger there and stay stuck there. Just keep
Yeah.
trying and
Yeah.
until yeah. So
Awesome. All right, Sarah. So let's go back. You're 100 meters away from the finish line. You can see the finish line. Your body's beaten up and broken down, but you're so close. You're 100 meters away. You see the finish line. You know you're going to get there in time. After all you've been through, all the perseverance, tell us what's going through your mind. Take us from 100 meters out all the way to the finish line. Yeah, I guess in an ultra they don't give you a medal, right? They give you a buckle. Is that correct? Or is that
yes,
wrong? Okay, okay.
yeah, I got to buckle.
Okay, so tell us what's going through your mind from 100 meters out until the time you've got that buckle in your hand.
Gosh, 100 meters. We were descending at that point because they like to tease us. At the
Uh-huh.
last probably 5 miles, we're like, okay, like we're almost at the finish. Like 5 miles is not a big deal, right? We do it all the time. But we're climbing. We're literally climbing. And that's what killed me because it was hot. I was beat. And then I'm like, why are they doing this to us? And then after that, we see volunteers. And then he says, you just cross and then you start descending. You just start descending. And so
Mm.
I'm like, where is it? And then I think it was probably, yeah. So we're descending and I can see the finish line. And I'm just thinking like, and I was running at that point. I was just running as I thought I was running fast, but my watch was telling me I wasn't running that fast.
I have that problem all the time, Sarah.
Yeah, like I think I'm over here going super fast, but I wasn't. But anyways, I see it. I see the volunteers cheering. I can hear them. I can't believe that I'm about to cross it. And then I ended up crossing the finish line, and I still can't believe it. I still cannot believe. I can't believe it to this day that I did it. Like
Yeah,
the only reason I believe it is because my body is still recovering.
sure.
My toes are still a little numb. That's the only reason I know I did it. But and then I'm over there picking up your buckle because they have so many buckles that you can pick from. And so I just don't know which one to pick because it was my 200-mile race. And then Candace, the race director, she was there and I talked to her. I took a picture with her. I was just incredible grateful to even be part of that community. Yeah. So it's
Awesome.
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it
It's
really
like
is.
all the pain, all the suffering just goes away.
Yeah. Absolutely incredible. So, how many we're just what a couple weeks out, right, from that? Was it just a couple weeks ago? Is that correct?
Yes, it was, what is it? 3 weeks ago now, probably.
3 weeks ago. Okay.
Yeah.
So how's recovery going? What's it? I know you kind of alluded to it already. How are you feeling? Like what? I mean, are you getting miles in? Is it even possible to get miles in just a few weeks after 200 miles?
The first week, it was really hard to walk. Like I said, my knee was giving me issues before, and that definitely gave me issues after. But I'm a little stubborn, so I've been running 8 miles every day. So I think
Okay.
I'm just averaging about 35 miles a week right now, trying to make sure my legs don't forget that they still have to run.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's up next? I mean, do you have something next on the docket, or is it just I'm still trying to recover here, man?
No, I'm actually looking for a race here in July. I guess I haven't looked that hard, but in September I have a backyard ultra race that I'm gonna try to get to 100 miles. It's a last man stand. It's a last man standing, and I don't think I can be the last man standing because there's some great athletes out there.
Uh,
I just want to get another buckle, and you get a buckle at 100 miles. So 100 miles is the goal.
okay. Well, we'll
Yeah.
definitely be cheering you on in that, and
Thank you.
excited for you. That's an incredible accomplishment, and those are I think you guys who run in the triple digit. If you're getting a belt buckle, I think you're hardwired different for the distance of race you run. But Sarah, with everything you've got going on, everything that you've accomplished with regards to running, what is it that excites you most right now?
Besides the races,
Anything you want. Yeah,
anything.
races, whatever.
I think what excites me is just running in general. Like, it doesn't have to be 100 miles, it doesn't have to be 26 miles because I sign up for half marathons. It's just, I'm just really grateful and blessed to be able to move, run, see all these beautiful places that I've gone, being up there at Lake Tahoe, sleep deprived, mosquitoes just eating you, ants crawling on you when you're trying to sleep. I'm just incredibly blessed to be able to see it, like be
Mhm.
up there. I'm not seeing it in pictures. I'm not hearing about it. I'm literally there seeing it for myself. So
Yeah,
that's what keeps me going. Movement is medicine, and we're blessed
yeah,
to be able to move.
absolutely. Good stuff. So, Sarah, this kind of goes along with what you were just talking about. But when it comes to running, what is it that running has taught you the most?
You can do hard things. You can do hard things. It's all in the mind. Sometimes we feel like we can't, but with the help of God and your mindset, like we can do hard things or get through hard things.
Absolutely. So, a lot of our listening audience, and I say this, I really do. I say this on every episode of the podcast. We have a listening audience locally, nationally, internationally, which is kind of cool,
Mm.
who are all at different stages. We're all at different stages in our running journeys. I say this often. Some people are getting ready for their first 5K ever this weekend, and others are running 200 miles. But what to someone who's just starting out or maybe scared to literally and figuratively take that first step, what advice would you give to them, Sarah?
Advice is just do it. Do it scared. Do it scared. Because if you wait to do it when you're ready, you'll never be ready. I don't think we're ever ready to do anything in life. You just gotta do it scared. I think it takes more courage to get to the start line. Whether
Yeah,
you finish, you don't finish, that doesn't matter. What matters is for you to start. And
absolutely.
that's what it is.
Well, Sarah, thank you so much. It's been a blast. So encouraged by you and your running journey and just the goals that you continue to absolutely smash along the way. congrats on the marathon back in May, which probably seems like forever ago. And then, of
Yeah.
course, the 200 miler just a few weeks ago.
Thank you.
Wishing you all the best in the races ahead. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Well, again, this has been the Run Dusty Run podcast, and our guest today, Sarai Garfias, the ultra marathoner, the marathoner, and the everything else runner. It's been a blast. Thanks so much for joining us today, Sarah. And as always, we continue to encourage you to keep showing up and keep going.